Greetings. Elon's potential lackanooky disease causes an ill-advised tweet that may have cost Tesla stockholders as much as $5 billion today. That is our story. This is Greg for Teslafaninsight. Thanks once again for joining us. Want to also thank our Patreon supporters. Your support really helps and makes a huge difference, and we're grateful. So a strange thing happened today, which is that, as you all know, Tesla stock was a little bit recovering from the Einhorn issues, and suddenly Elon put out a tweet that said the stock price was too high, and therefore the stock plunged, basically 60 points. And at one point it was below, I guess, 700. So it was more like from where he made his comment, it plunged in essence 80 points, but kind of recovered, I guess, to about 60 to the 700 level. So we wanted to kind of cover this today, not because we wanted to, but just because it actually happened. And so we wanted to kind of briefly review it for and with you. So I wanted to start off with a story that one of my mentors told me one day that kind of reflects the circumstance, which is that he pointed out that there was a little dog that used to live in a train yard, and this dog actually would have food thrown out the window by people that would be kind of going by in the train. So one day, the dog was eating some of this food, and all of a sudden, it felt some kind of a nip at its tail. So the dog swung around to see or bite whatever it is was nipping at its tail, and its head was taken off by an incoming train. So the moral of this story is do not let a little tail cost you your head. So we wanted to review this idea with you today because evidently when Elon is in love and relationship working fine, he typically is in good spirits, and therefore when he is not, that was the last time the nature of this, last put occurred. Our our device is not working here, so let me get it going. It is going now, I think. Great. So that's our story idea for today. So we wanted to point this out because when Elon is in love, everything's fine and he's doing well. When he's not in love, stuff can pop up, as we just saw. I actually got some calls from Patreon supporters and others today, or texts or emails, and I just wanted to say to everybody, relax. The issue is that, according to the head of Oppenheimer's, Colin, who heads up Oppenheimer's research arm, he pointed out that really the company is running in a manner now where it kind of doesn't matter what Elon does because it's running smoothly, employees are doing a great job, everything is actually working very well for the company. So yeah, you might be disconcerted by what was said today, but I'm really looking forward to a response on Monday in the 3-day rule process that is, that I think will sort of redeem the company, because I think smart people can see that this is a very good company. They got great products. The trend in terms of cost reduction and growth of sales and everything is really solid. I'm also looking forward to Monday because we get to see analysts sort of dig through the questions raised by Mr. Einhorn to demonstrate that Tesla is in good footing in this space. Not only do I believe Tesla's in good footing, but I want to call it better footing. And the better footing I mean is that Daimler, VW, and BMW are not selling enough electric vehicles to meet the parameters that they're supposed to meet goal-wise in 2021. So I think the trend for these EV credit payments for Tesla could be very, very strong because Tesla is selling a lot of these vehicles. So we really look forward to seeing this play out. And, you know, I just think that the tweet was unfortunate. And I really think that, you know, there's a great opportunity here to be involved with the company as great things are about to happen. Now, I've already repeated to you guys that I really thought that Mr. Einhorn's move was sort of desperation. I believe that a Tesla stock price above 1,000 represents the end of his firm. So the tactics that he's using and others are using can really get vicious right now, based on the fact that the consequences of a well-performing Tesla is actually very bad news for a lot of folks who are shorting the stock / shorties, etc. So I really think, particularly around earnings, that we're going to be seeing attacks like this. And I really think because we're heading right now into potential S&P entrance, I think many hedge funds that have been shorting Tesla are going to go out of business. And I think Mr. Einhorn's, based on his exposure, is one of those funds. So I just think that, you know, we have some really good things coming on the horizon for Tesla. And unfortunately, those good things are going to mean sort of a disaster for competitors, and it's going to mean a disaster for the hedge funds that have been on the attack. I'm frankly impressed that Elon did not take the bait of Einhorn by making any comments that might, you know, get him in trouble with the SEC. And I'm hoping that the last tweet doesn't get him in trouble either, because it was material what he said. It did move the stock, and there is an agreement that he wouldn't do that, and he did. So I'd have to say that we're kind of in a tough position, because I'd love to see Elon stay involved in not only Tesla, but other public companies or companies that raise money. But he's done a great job of helping to build these companies. If any of you, the ladies out there, do like Elon, I would say, you know, this is your shot, because he hates being alone and enjoys the companionship of women. So you never know if a new girlfriend might be in the offing, and how that might save us a whole bunch of money of him doing crazy stuff like what we just saw with this tweet. So I wanted to further note that I did pick up some more puts to protect myself. I can't believe how well the puts owned are doing right now, and was hoping that you know, there wouldn't, you know, I was hoping that there wouldn't be a need for a lot of puts right now, and that the stock would be recovering, which it started to do before Elon's tweet. So we're really hopeful that large institutions that see the real numbers, that see how China's doing and how everything's come together nicely, will let that guide their thought process rather than the comment that was made. And I kind of think that's the case, because the management team, everybody is working hard to really deliver on the promise for customers, etc. And I think this is an unfortunate circumstance, but I believe that, you know, we'll get it cleaned up and be okay in the future. At any rate, I think in general, that's really the guts of what we wanted to cover today. Monday, Tuesday, I believe, are going to be some really strong days, because it gives institutions a chance to review the data on evaluating Mr. Einhorn's conclusion, and also to review Tesla's raw numbers. I'm told that there might be a start May 18 for the production again, so I think this is another positive development that's coming in. And so I just think that there's a lot of good things happening for the company. I was really surprised to learn they're going to raise prices on the Model Y, because you know, there seems to be a lot of demand for it, and the price, I guess, increase would be embraced against the number of orders they have. So, you know, I just think that there's a great deal of positive developments that are happening for the company that will lend itself to some really great outcomes for all of us. You know, we would really encourage you, if you have thoughts on stories or any tips you'd like to share with us, Teslafaninsight is our location. And I would like to highlight that your input really makes a difference in terms of what we cover and why. And we really look forward to serving you by providing as much info as we can on different aspects. I do wish Elon well. We want to see him keep running the company. And we're hopeful that this tweet doesn't generate bad blood between him and the SEC and a battle in the process. So, any rate, want to thank those of you who've joined live and had your input, greatly appreciated. Want to thank those of you who don't join us live but come in afterwards and are enjoying the show. Please take time to leave some comments at the bottom. And unfortunately for us, stock's down, but I think that it's in great position to do very well heading into the next week or two. Once again, this is Greg for Teslafaninsight. Tschüss, au revoir, lihitrot, choda hafez. And like I said, having a couple of puts in your account, not a bad idea. Any rate, once again, thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and bye for now. Don't forget the leg lifts. Don't forget 5-2 diet, and no more than once a week for fried foods. Tschüss, macht's gut, au revoir, lihitrot, choda hafez, hey do, zdravstvuyte, ni hao ma, do widzenia. And in Jamaica, we say, enough respect, walk good man. Have a great day. Thanks, and bye for now.